And good morning, everybody. Good morning, wherever you are. Thanks for joining us on all platforms. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to say. We're contending with a lot in our world, and all of it is designed for you to lose your focus. There's some things that you were created to do. There's a strategy for your life. There's a plan for your life. But if you're distracted about what's going on around you, you can't see the plan. We're going to talk about that and more. There's so much in you that you have to offer, but you're distracted on seeing the gold mine that's in you. So you tend to focus on what's around you instead of what's in you, and you lose momentum. You lose sight of the goal. Here's what I need you to do. Invite somebody, share, tell them coffee time is on. It's about to go down. We'll be back right after this.
Coffee time, coffee time. Yeah, this ain't your average cup of joe. Listen, I need it in the morning, I need it at night. He always keeps it brewing, he always keeps it tight. Just a little sip, it'll get you right. Terrence Pickett always be the one that gets the coffee right. The coffee's right, the coffee's right in my life. It's never a wrong time over crime to get what's yours and to get what's mine. Come on. Coffee time in my life. Coffee time feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you stir it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on. Time in my life. Coffee time feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you stir it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on.
And good morning, everybody. Do me a favor, invite somebody, share, tell them coffee time is on. Invite somebody, share. So this past Friday, there's so much going on. This past Friday, a little kid named by Lil Nas X released probably one of the most satanic videos I've ever seen in my life. In addition to the video, there's a shoe that he released to go along with the video as well. And we're going to be unpacking that all week. I'm going to primarily be talking about that in the evenings. I just think it's too much to unpack in the morning. So Tina White McPherson, good morning. Renika Diamond Wright, Picketville in the house. Good morning. Good morning to all of you on all platforms. For some reason, if you don't say anything, I cannot see you. For those of you that are on YouTube, you rock. There's nobody greater than you. So this morning, kind of want to remind you of who you are. Rhonda Oliver, good morning. So there are so many things begging for our attention, pulling at our attention, that if we're not careful, if we're not mindful, and we're not strategic in our move and moving, we will yield and give way to the distraction. And in giving way to the distraction, we miss the whole point of life. We miss the whole point of breathing. A lot of people are not even aware that there's a plan for your life. There's Precious Tankard, my niece, good morning. There's a plan for your life. Your life has been strategically designed to accomplish and to do the impossible. Miss Renika, good morning. Thanks for switching to YouTube. For those of you that are watching from YouTube, you are the doggone best. Everybody else, you're good. Just kidding. If you have a YouTube account, switch over to our YouTube. If you don't have a YouTube account, set one up. Follow us on YouTube, Terrence Pickett's Coffee Time. Hit the bell so you'll know when we go live. This is probably going to be the last week that we do everything on Facebook. We'll do snippets, different things of that nature. But for the most part, we're going to be on YouTube. So you need to switch quickly. Michelle Byers, good morning. Vonda Oliver, good morning. So, with everything that's going on in our world, you have COVID. We had issues before COVID. People act as if since COVID has come over, COVID has taken over, and there weren't issues that we were dealing with prior to COVID-19. In fact, COVID-19 made the issues in some way worse, because when everything shut down and we were locked in our homes, those issues that were there, they still have to be resolved, and they begin to pile up during this this year that has gone by. And when you're going through a lot, when you have a lot to contend with, sometimes you tend to forget who you are, and you forget whose you are. You forget the greatness that's on the inside of you. You forget the power that you have on the inside of you. And then a lot of times you get distracted with people without understanding that people are simply puppets. People are puppets. Their design and their job is to distract you, to hinder you from doing and being all that you were supposed to do. And you were created to. Listen, there are businesses in you. Teresa Bryan, good morning. Blair Curry, Pretty Black, good morning. Vanessa Robertson, good to see you this morning. There's a plan and a purpose for your life. There are so many jewels on the inside of you. Listen to me. Miles Monroe says that the richest place in the whole world is the graveyard. The reason he said that is because so many of us die without even tapping into our full potential of who God has created us to be. There's a businesses inside of you. And you feel it rising. You feel this new idea rising. There are books on the inside of you. There's music on the inside of you. I want to ask you something. How long does God have to remind you what he's told you to do? Let me say it again a different way. How long does God have to remind you to do the things that he's already not only told you to do, but he's already confirmed you to do? And then I understand that it takes time, but you need to make sure that the time that it takes, and you need to make sure the things that you're saying in regards to the stuff that's locked up inside of you that's waiting to be released, you need to make sure that you're not using great things, partial truth, as an excuse to not press forward. Because here's the thing. God stepped out on nothing, and he began to speak, and whatever he spoke, it became. Then he turned around and put that same creative power in you. You have the power to create whatever you need, whatever you want, by the spoken word. There's power in your mouth. Not only is there power in your mouth, you've got something else that is aiding you, that is assisting you, that goes before you, that stands behind you, that stands with you, that comforts you, that counsels you, that protects you, that shields you. You have the power of God that is on the inside of you. And then he's giving you power with the words that you speak. This is why you have to be careful what you say. Your words have life. Your words have power. And in the same way that God stepped out on nothing and created something, he's giving you that same creative power. So whatever you say, it has to become what you call it, because he's standing in the midst of what he's given you. He's giving you supernatural power. He's giving you the ability to speak to a mountain and tell it to be thou removed and be cast in the sea. And if you don't doubt in his heart, he says, I'm going to make sure that mountain get out of your way. If the mountain don't move when you speak it, I will move as you speak. So we have no excuse for not pushing forward to the things that he's placed on the inside of us. He's giving you vision. You have a third eye. You have the eyes to see, but there's a vision in your heart. There's something inside of you, and everything around you is trying to go against what's in you, because even the enemy knows the greatness that's on the inside. So when the enemy cannot fight you, when he cannot stop you externally, his next objective is to play with your mind. He wants to play. He wants to manipulate your mind. He wants to deceive you psychologically. He'll tell you you're not enough. He'll tell you you can't do it. He'll tell you the last time you did it, remember, it didn't work out. He'll show you the failures in other people. He'll show you people that are greater than you. He'll show you, and here's the setup, he'll set you up to compare yourself to what somebody else is doing that has nothing to do with you, and tell you your stuff is not going to work, because who are you? Well, you got to know that he's a lie. And if God is giving you supernatural power on the inside of you, and he's giving you the vision, that means he's also giving you the power to fulfill it in the earth. And the same God that brought the vision to you has given you the power to make sure he sees you through. So if he gives you the vision, he's going to give you the customers. I want to share this with you. I have to remind myself what God said, because there are so many things that pull at our attention. Did you not know the more frustrated you are, that frustration violates the peace that you have, and it disrupts your train of thought. You cannot think, be angry, and agitated at the same time. One has to go in order for one to rule. So if I'm at peace, peace now becomes my shield and buckler to protect me from the agitations of this world. I have to learn. I have to train myself. I have to remind myself to stay in my peaceful place, because there are a lot of things that are going on around me that want me to act the monkey. I'm telling you, people, they'll try you. And here's what happens. This thing that they've done to try you will begin to play in your head. You'll start thinking about, you know what, I should have did this. All of that is eating at your attention. Because the more you focus on what you should have done, you're missing what you can do. You got to remind yourself that God is going before you, he stands behind you, and he's coupled with you so that nothing can stop you. About a year ago, technically, it was October 2019, I kept feeling the need to release this song. Christine Palmer, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Angie, I'm so blessed. Daniels, good morning. DeJuan McIntyre, good to see you. Thank you for always sharing. One of my day ones. Appreciate you. But in October 2019, I don't know what happened, but I got a song that I've recorded. I need to go get that song. So I pulled it up on my email, began to listen to it. And I let the people that were in my immediate circle, you all know the gospel great legend, Joe Pace, let him listen to it. Let some of my nephews, Chris Stafford, listen to it. Let one of my homeboys, Lowell Pye from Menace Standards. You know, Isaac Curry, Ike Nice. Let him peep it. And I was wanting advice as to, what do you think this song is missing? Everybody said the same thing. You don't need to add nothing to it. You need to release it. Then I called Troy Sneed, the late, great Troy Sneed. Hey, bro, I'm getting ready to sing you this song. Tell me what you think. Sent the song to him. And when I sent the song to him, he says, man, ain't nothing wrong with that song. He says, as a producer, I want it. But as your brother, there's nothing wrong with it. You don't need to do anything to it. In fact, he said, let me make some calls. And we're going to put this on my machine. I didn't like the song. I didn't want the song. There were some things vocally I felt need to be clean. There were something I just felt like I could have done a better job. I don't think it was my best work. I do think it was hard work. Troy Sneed went home to be with the Lord last year. After we released the tune, now I'm lost. Well, what do we do with it? Troy's the genius behind this. You know, what do I do? And I felt lost. I don't put this song out. The world has changed. Yeah, I have connections to certain radio stations, gave them a call. Some radio stations played it. Some, I don't know what they did to it, but I needed help in terms of marketing. Well, I have a marketing business. I got behind my own product, start to market it. Marketing only puts it before people. They've got to see it in order to buy it. You can't guarantee a buy when it comes to music. Here it is, 11 months later. We've sold over 22,000 copies. No push from the radio. Only a few stations played it. The only marketing we did was the marketing I did for the project. And again, all I can do is put it before people. People don't buy music anymore. We're in a different world. They don't buy music. It just doesn't work that way. And over 22,000 copies later, I'm still celebrating what God is doing in that song. I didn't think that thing was going to sell like that. I didn't think it was going to get the attention that it's getting. And just in case you all want to go get it, it's not too late for you. I know some of you have been saying you were going to get it. I want to remind you, go get the tune. I'm going to put it on the screen just so you can see how it looks. It's on all digital outlets. Let me tell you what this project is. It's my testimony. Yes, it is my testimony. But it speaks of even a greater testimony. And let me tell you what testimony that is. What you're sitting on, somebody is waiting for. I'm going to say pick it. Try not to get happy. Try not to get. What you are sitting on, somebody is waiting for. What are the odds? We're living in a digital age. People do, hear me. Y'all know y'all have accounts and you pay $9.99 a month, $9.99 a month for your music. You download it, iTunes, whatever, Tidal. But nobody's buying music. Y'all gotta excuse me. See something floating in my coffee. Oh, it's a coffee bean. It's a coffee bean. But you know, I get paranoid. Where you come from? Nobody's buying music. In other words, one simple act of obedience, and over 22,000 copies later, I'm here to tell the story. I doubted. I did not believe. I was hesitant and reluctant. I had my doubts, my fears. But here's the thing that you're missing. I also had faith all at the same time. Faith caused me to do it, even though I was doubting it. Faith caused me to put action to it, even though I was reluctant. Over 22,000 copies later, and it's still selling like we just put it out. Already been nominated for 2 awards. I was nominated for Male Artist of the Year with this music award. 2 or 3 different music award shows, like listen to this, got a notification last week that they want to use the song in a movie that is getting ready to come out next year. They want it to be included in the soundtrack. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to let them, because there's a lot of paperwork. It's about that money. You got to give me God's money now. But the mere fact that it's being considered are to show you and tell, I am no different than you. But there's greatness on the inside of us, and we have to be reminded that the greatness is there for a reason. The greatness is there to soar. You're not just called to do good. You're called to do good and do exploits. You're supposed to be better than good. You're supposed to be the standard that the world looks to, and they're supposed, when they see what you've done, they're supposed to sit back in awe and amazement, and they're supposed to ring your phone and ask you, how did you do it? Now, I've got people calling me, artists everywhere, asking me, how did you do it? My brother, my friend Dietrich Hatton, he texted me a congratulations, and then he said it's going to do even more than that. Had other people to share the same sentiment. And they're asking, how are you doing it? Did you not know in gospel to go platinum, all you need to do is, I think, sell 5 to 10,000 copies? I'm talking about your big stars. Listen to me. Whatever you're doubting, that is the thing that you need to do. Because you got to ask yourself, if it wasn't great, why are you doubting it? See, the enemy hides in the secret corners of our life to try to talk us out of the very thing that God has set us up to do, to show forth our greatness in the earth. You're not limited to what you do. You're not limited to what people have said, and you're definitely not limited at how they see you. And here's what God will do. Here's what God will do. He will close doors. Closed doors are open opportunities. The reason this situation didn't work out is your greatness had expired in this place. God is going to make sure he always keeps you ahead, keeps you out in front, and keep you in a place where your greatness can be appreciated. Listen to me. When you start feeling uncomfortable on the job, when the job or the situation begins to bring you down, when you start feeling less than, when you start feeling like you're not appreciated, that is a sign that your season is changing and God's getting ready to move you. But you cannot allow the feeling of feeling ungrateful, unappreciative. You can't allow the mood to control the moment. You got to understand the reason the mood is there is God is transitioning you. He's getting you ready. He's getting ready to open up another opportunity. This is not the time to be depressed, oppressed. This is not the time to be under. This is not time to second guess who you are. This is a time of celebration, appreciation, and thanksgiving, because the moment you start feeling you're not appreciated, the moment they don't keep their word, the stuff that they told you they were going to do, they were not going to do it. God gives them time to honor what they say. When their time expired and they have no intentions on making good on the promise, but they want to use you for your good. People something else. People crazy. They will hire you to do a service because they know you're good at it. Then try to control what you're good at, then become envious and jealous of you for what they hired you to do. The heck you hired me for? Your greatness will reveal the insecurity in other people and cause them to hate you for no reason. You got to understand, you cannot let that distract you. You are on assignment, and your assignment is greater than your environment. And in most cases, let me come in and tell you a little secret. In most cases, wherever you go, you're greater than the people that are there. I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah, you're greater than the people that are there. You're more skilled than the people that are there. Your professionalism, your attitude, your gratefulness, as well as your presence alone is so resilient until it stirs up the demons in them Negroettes and other folk that are around you. Here's why. God has so prepared you. Everything that you've gone through in your life has prepared you for the moment that you're in right now. And the moment that you're in right now is so great until it's making others around you uncomfortable. But they're agitated by your greatness. And here's what they do. You think you all that. Nobody can tell you anything. Here's what they do. They project on you the feelings that they have within themselves. Now you're trying to wonder how you feel that way about me. You tripping over how they're feeling. Let me tell you something about people. It's not your job or your assignment to confirm or deny how they feel about you. That's their problem. If you don't like me, that doesn't have a thing to do with me, because guess what? It's not going to stop my water from running. It's not going to stop my lights from being on. It's not going to stop how I feel about myself, because I am planted in what I believe. I believe I'm great. I believe I'm powerful. I believe I'm strong and I'm going to do exploits. I believe that the thing that he has given me to do is going to help shape and reshape the frame of our world as well as our culture. I believe that I'm the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. I believe that I'm the lender and not the borrower. And because I believe in the one who's caused me to believe in myself, I don't have time to wonder what you think about me. There's such a freedom. Hear me and hear me good. When you are free from what people think about you. Most of the people that have these negative thoughts about you, they're childish and immature anyway. They're thinking on a third grade level. Because at what age and stage do you grow up and just appreciate for people who they are? You know, people that hate on others, that is a childish attribute. So if they're thinking on a child level, why are you concerned what kids say? Never forget when I was raising my kids, my two. I don't know why, but when I said kids, it just sounded like I got a whole two. I'd ask them certain questions and they were kids. So they gave me childlike answers. Why are you mad? Because they won't play with me. Who is they? Them over there. You know why they won't play with you, boy? Girl, there's a king and a queen in you that they can't touch. And when people can't touch you, they begin to envy you and be mad at you and be jealous of you. If they don't play with you, build your own toys and play with yourself. And slowly but surely, I have a young queen and a young king that has that mindset. They don't care what other folks say. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying to you. You're at another stage in life. And God keeps giving you favor, and you keep questioning the favor that you've been praying for. You've been waiting for this moment. What do you mean, should I take this new opportunity? Is the old one working out for you? You've been complaining about the old one. You've been asking God to give you something greater, something more. Now that he does, you want to question the door that he's opened. Let me tell you what's going to help you. You've got to clean up your thinking by cleaning up your understanding. And the only way you can do that is with the word of God. Now, I don't normally just go hard in hand like this. You need to eat more of the word of God. If your confidence is up under attack, you need to eat the word. Did you not know that I get my strength from the word. I was telling somebody last night, dear heart of mine, I said, I don't need all these accolades and compliments. Compliment the word. When people tell me, hey man, that was a great work, and then they tell me why it was great, then they tell me what they got out, that encourages me. But you're telling me how great. I personally, my love language is not words of affirmation. Show me. Let me see you be great. Let me see, hey, Pickett, you said this on one of your lives. You said this on Coffee Time. You said this in an encounter, and I put it into work, and look what I produce. That's the stuff that encourages me. I'm going to give you this last thing, and I'm out of here because I'm about to scream, and I'm already at my 30-minute mark. Do you know who you are? Do you know that the Creator, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the God, the Supreme, the Most High, lives inside of you? Listen, there's so much greatness in you. Let me tell you how powerful Jesus was. He created everything according to Ephesians, and by him all things were made. Turned around, got a body, came, died. While he was dead, turned around, orchestrated his own resurrection, then got itself up. That same resurrection power dwells in you. You got power. When you go to work and things aren't right, you have the power to talk to it and change it by the words of your mouth. You have the power to speak to people and speak over their life, and they have to change by the words of their mouth. Don't let what they do intimidate you, especially when you believe what you said. And because I know I'm a king's kid and he's invested his power in me, nothing that stands in front of me will be able to defeat me, because I'm an overcoming in everything and on every level. You can't stop me because the greater one is on the inside of me. I'm going to be unpacking this little Nas X, this satanic video that they released. I don't care what Nike says. They got a hand in it because their emblem is on his shoe. Even though they say they didn't produce it, he did it on his own. You're a $1 billion company. You're going to let somebody use your brand. We're going to start unpacking that tonight. I wish that you would. We're going to start at 8:30. I wish that you would be in place. We're going to be talking about end times. End time prophecies. We're going to do that tonight on Terrence Pickett Live. Listen, thank you for your support. Thank you for your financial contributions. I need your help more now than ever. I need you to commit more now than ever so we can continue to expand. I need to be on every TV network because I got something to say that these TV evangelists aren't saying. I need the world to know if you're going to make it in the end times, you need to be connected with somebody black, because the Bible says in the last days, God's going to stretch his hands out to Ethiopia. Revival of the last day and in the end times is going to be on black people. Black people, you will succeed in the end times. You're called to. We've got to go back to how God originated before we can end. It started in Africa. And we're going back to the people that he chose. This is why the enemy has been against black folk for so long. It's not the color of your skin. It's the position of your place. You were created first. The enemy hates anything that is first. Humanity came out of you. Do you know what you survived? And you're going to get here and be doubtful? Listen, you can go to whatever school you want. You can get whatever grant you want. You can have whatever you say if you believe it. Now, I need you to support me financially. Cash App is on the screen. I need your help more now than ever before. I need you to make a sacrifice as we continue to expand. We've gotten more equipment. We're going back on network TV. It's a huge budget, but we got to get this word out. And I don't need to be pampered by the government so they can temper what I say. I need the liberty to be able to say what I hear. And you give me the ability to do that with your support. And I thank you. I'm grateful for you. I love you. Without your ears, I don't have a voice. You make this possible. We're a match made in heaven. And I'm glad we're doing life together. Remember, you were born to win, predestined to succeed. There's nothing that can happen to you today that the wisdom on the inside of you is not able to handle. You got to calm down, slow down, be quiet, trust God, and let wisdom speak. When wisdom speaks, you will always win. Cash App today. Make it your intentions. Write it down on the refrigerator. Hey, I got to support the work that Pickett is doing. I appreciate you. Love you guys. Always remember to think higher, speak life. There's greater coming for you. You got to believe the power that's on the inside of you. When you believe the power that's on the inside of you, that power seeps outside of you and attracts and brings to you everything that you need. You're a powerhouse. You're a king. You're a queen. Speak it. Give God something to work with by believing and watch him bring it to pass. Peace out. Have a productive day.
Coffee time, coffee time. Yeah, this ain't your average cup of joe. Listen, I need it in the morning, I need it at night. He always keeps it brewing, he always keeps it tight. Just a little sip, it'll get you right. Terrence Pickett always be the one that gets the coffee right. The coffee's right, the coffee's right in my life. It's never a wrong time over crime to get what's yours and to get what's mine. Come on. Coffee time in my life. Coffee time feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you stir it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on.